So James is going to show us how to put tubing in our IV bags. So he's got the large volume transfer tubing that attaches to the bag. He has removed the port at the bottom. He's going to clamp off the tubing and insert the needle into the port. You need to get it buried all the way to the thicker part, so you twist and push is usually the easiest way to do that. So now he's going to keep it, and he can fold up the tubing and get it out of the way till he does all the rest. This is what we're going to do all our macro ingredients for TPN week with. He's going to do the same with the D70. And see, he's being careful not to block airflow as he does it. You still have to think about your airflow. Our lipids have a different port. It's got the hanging port. So it's right by. Make sure you choose the right port when you're going in. Okay, and he's going to stick that one. This one's a little more difficult. It's rigid plastic, so you have to put a little more force behind it. Okay, see, and he's got that all the way to that, so it will not leak. All right. Good. Okay, so now he's going to spike the Trophamine. If you will notice, there's actually a little metal tab. You're going to pull that up and remove it, and there should be a ring that comes off. So you see all those pieces? Those are going to go into your trash pile. And then, since this is the same port for either, you do have to clean this before you enter it with the tubing. So after the site dries, he's going to go ahead and spike it just the same as the others. So when he opens the little air port, you see how it equalizes pressure. This is a rigid hard container like your little vials that you pull up drug in, so the air has to be equalized. And okay, so now James is going to show you how to use the tubing correctly. You see he's got his bag, his needle, his syringe, and the tubing port. He is going to go ahead and clean his bag and let that dry while he sets up everything. So he's watching his sterile sides. He is going to attach that to the back part of the system. It lure locks in just like you would a needle. And then the needle is going to lure lock into the front. So it's just like having an extension on your needle. So now he's going to unclamp his tubing. If you don't unclamp it, it won't flow. And then he's going to pull up his dose very carefully. So the problem is, if you go too much, you can't shoot out dose back because it goes straight out to the needle. See how there's a little bit of an air bubble? He's getting rid of his air very slowly. There you go. Now he's going to pull back his dose. And then he's going to shoot it into the bag. Notice he's got his port closer to the filter, and he's going to inject it. So let's say that James needed 25 mils instead of the 20 he put in. He doesn't actually even have to take the needle out of the bag. All he has to do is pull back on his syringe to the 5 and then shoot it in. There's little valves in that purple piece that only allow it to pull drug from the bag and then allows it to shoot drugs straight into your bag.